Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video in the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the LA Rams 10-year rebuild here on Madden 23. We have finally reached the pinnacle. We have finally reached the end. It is episode 10, year number 10, and we've got one final chance to win that second Super Bowl. A couple of seasons ago, we won our first Super Bowl of the series. Last episode, we did not do this. We did not go back-to-back. It was a rough season, a weird season. I don't really know why we didn't do as well. I'm going to change the playbooks in this episode so that we can maybe have one final season where we actually do well. I don't know why we didn't do it. That's the only thing I can think of because we have a really good roster. Maybe the playbook, I mean, as everybody knows, playbooks in Madden 23 are king, so maybe that's the reason why we didn't do well. I have no idea, really, but we're going to change the playbooks. We've been running, I think, Tampa Bay on offense for a few seasons now, and it paid off with a Super Bowl, but I think we'll run maybe the Chiefs or the Cowboys or something. Some of the teams that always do well in simulation in Madden 23, we'll run one of those playbooks. I haven't decided fully yet, but it is the final season. It is year 10. We are going to be doing another 10-year rebuild series right after this one with a whole new team. So I hope you guys are excited about that. That episode will be coming probably next week sometime. Not sure when. Hopefully I can get that out pretty soon. But we are going to be doing that right after this one. So if you've been enjoying this Rams 10-year rebuild, I'm assuming you're going to enjoy the next one. So leave a like if you have been enjoying it. Sit back, relax, and let's try to win our second Super Bowl in 3 seasons. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's get started. So before we do anything else, we are going to set our season goal, which is obviously to win the Super Bowl. That's what we want to do. So we are going to be doing that. And then before I even forget, we are going to go to the schemes, and we are going to adjust our playbooks and all that good stuff. So we have been running the Tampa Bay playbook. We've been running a spread offense. Maybe that's a problem because it's not really a chemistry fit. So maybe we should be running a 59%. Actually, it's the only thing that we have that fits. So we'll keep running a spread, and maybe a base 4-3 isn't what we need to run anymore. We have a couple that are 75%. Including the base 4-3. I like a 4-3. So maybe we go with something that's similar like that. Let's just keep running. Let's just keep it the same. We don't really have the scheme fits to make anything work like that. But we're going to change the Tampa Bay playbook. And I think we're probably going to go Dallas. Because Dallas seems to do well in simulation. Maybe Dallas. We could do Carolina, but we don't really have a running back to get the Carolina playbook involved. So maybe not Carolina. Oh, I don't know. This is tough. What's a team that really has a good playbook? Obviously, the Chiefs have a good playbook. The Bills have a good playbook. We could run the Bills playbook. That would be interesting. But it's built on power runs and vertical passing schemes. We don't really have a running back that can do that. So maybe we stick away from the power run systems. What's Arizona's shotgun form? It's mobile quarterbacks. We have a decently fast quarterback, but nothing crazy. Maybe the Chiefs, and we just stick with the Rams defense. Yeah, let's go with the Chiefs. Let's go with the Chiefs playbook for this final season. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it works. But if you have forgotten what the team looks like, this is what we are going with into the final season. I've been really happy with this team, man. I've been happy with our draft picks. I've been happy with our free agent signings. I've been happy with everything, man. We drafted in the last episode 2, count them, 2 possible generational players. Vinny Ross? Yes, Vinny Ross is 100% a generational talent at tight end. And I'm happy that we got him. We had to trade a lot to get everybody, but we did draft him, so I'm super excited about him. And then if we go to the defensive side of things, we've got Jared Holt, who is also potentially a superstar, X-Factor, generational talent. He looks like an absolute stud. And the fact that we got 2 of them in one draft is great. I wish that we would have got them a little bit earlier so that they have a chance to become stars for us in this franchise, but hey, it is what it is. That's what the team looks like. We are going to simulate to the mid-season mark, hopefully with a dominant record. I'm expecting maybe 1 loss, hopefully no losses. We'll have to wait and find out. Final season is about to be underway. I hope this Kansas City playbook works out for us. Hit that like button, and I'll see you guys at the mid-season mark. We've made it to the mid-season mark, and we sit at 4-2 on the year, so not 1 loss, not no losses. We have 2 losses, but luckily for us, this division is still wide open. The Cardinals are 5-2, the Niners are 4-2, and we're 4-2. So there's still a possibility that we could take this division. We just have to have a good final half of the season. I think that this playbook's doing okay for us. I'm going to ride with it for the rest of the season. I really hope that's not a mistake. Our rookie running back, Golston, is growing as well. Ogletree's a true 98 overall now. That's awesome. You love to see that. We've got some studs on this right side of the line here. Absolute studs. And they still have Jarrett playing it. No, I'm going to have Emmanuel Farr. We need to have the best offensive line possible out there. So I'm going to have Emmanuel Farr. And you know what? I'm going to change him to a left guard so he doesn't get switched in and out. We moved him to right guard initially because we had another left guard that was pretty good too. So we moved him to right guard. But I'm going to switch him to left guard officially so that he starts and doesn't get switched over Jarrett. Jarrett's a good player, but I want Emmanuel Farr. I want to have the best overall that we can. And we have some studs on this offensive line. We drafted every single one of these guys, I think, right? We drafted Ridley. We drafted Farr. We drafted James. We drafted Bates. We did not draft Ford, though, I don't think. I think we traded for Ford. Because we traded away the right tackle that we did draft for Ford. I think so. We drafted everybody else. We drafted Lafferty. We drafted Malone. We drafted Jarrett. So this offensive line has been pretty solid for us, and we drafted all of them. We also drafted Ogletree, obviously. We drafted Devontae Duncan. He was one of our first-round picks. We did not draft Mac Franks. We traded for him. But we drafted both of our tight ends. A lot of this has just been my drafting skills. I'm a genius. And oh my God, look at this. This is just brilliant. This is amazing. Holt reveals himself to be an X-Factor, as you would have expected. So he is generational. I already knew that going in because I had taken a look at it last episode. But this is what we are working with on defense. We drafted Covington. No, we didn't draft Covington. We traded for Covington. The defense, I can't say so much about drafting them. We drafted Holt. We drafted Truman. We drafted Knowles. We drafted Davis and Barkley and McCullum. We drafted Glenn Cummins and Stark, obviously. But we traded for Bobby Knight. We traded for Ben Covington, I'm pretty sure. We drafted Seawright, I think. I can't remember exactly if we drafted Seawright. And I don't think we drafted Wilcox. I think we traded for Wilcox. And we traded for Butler. I know that. I don't remember. Did we trade? We traded for Covington. I'm pretty sure we did. I'm pretty sure we traded for Covington. But look at all these X factors on this defense, man. We are studly on the defense. I'm happy with this team. This might be one of my favorite teams I've ever built just because of all the draft picks that I've had that have turned out to be very, very good. So we have to go to the end of the season. This is only in the mid-season mark. I really hope that this playbook works out for us, and I really hope that the team around Ogletree can get him what we need. I mean, the Steelers are 1-5. I would assume this is going to be a victory. But we got to go to the end of the season. Hopefully get the 1 seed, win the division, and win another Super Bowl. That's the goal. Let's see if we get there. I'll see you guys at the playoffs. Okay, so here we are at the postseason. We make the playoffs as the winner of the NFC West, but unfortunately 11-6 was not good enough to be the 1 seed, so we have to go through Super Wildcard Weekend. I don't know how I feel about the Kansas City playbook. I think it did us good enough, as Ogletree now plays up to a 99. I think it did good enough, but maybe if we would have stuck to the Tampa playbook, we would have had a better season. I don't know. It's hard to judge. It's very hard to judge. But as you can see, we drafted our second of 2 superstar X Factor generational talents. We knew Vinny Ross was a generational talent by the way that he looked. Absolutely. That was the guarantee that we knew that was generational talent. He's a stud. But everybody's playing up. The morale is high. We've got such good players on this defense, man. I have built this team amazing. I don't know how this team's not winning more Super Bowls and not winning a bunch of more games. I mean, this team is amazing. But we have to see how good everybody did in the season. So 5,000 yards for Ogletree, 45 touchdowns to just 10 picks. It's a very good season. Very, very good. Happy with it. We were in the Kansas City playbook, so the running backs kind of get forgotten in the Kansas City playbook. So Trevor Golston, our rookie from Ole Miss, had 598 yards and 9 touchdowns. If we would have been in like a Pittsburgh playbook or even a New England playbook, something where the running back is featured a little bit more, maybe he would have had a big season. But he did okay. For what he was given, he did a good job. He's not that high of an overall anyway. He's like low 70s. Rondale Moore continues to be a true #1 receiver. When I signed him, I didn't expect him to be a #1 receiver, but he's turned out to be amazing. 1,600 yards and 21 touchdowns. Jerry Hawkins gets over 1,000 just barely with 7 touchdowns. Devontae Duncan at 852 yards and 3 touchdowns. Mac Frakes 850 with 7 touchdowns. Amazing numbers from everybody there. Defensively, 135 tackles from Bobby Knight. Dear baby Jesus, I'm so happy we made the trade for him. I wanted to draft him in his draft class anyway, but he had just gotten taken right before me, so we made the trade. I think it was by the Bears too. So we traded with the Bears. We got Bobby Knight, and he has been a stud. 6 tackles for loss as well, 3 interceptions. Jared Holt, his rookie season, had 102 tackles and a sack. All right. Glenn Cummins had 80 tackles. Grant Delpit had 79. Darren Davis, had 74 and an interception as well. Gregory Barkley had 74 tackles and 2 interceptions. The sack leader was Ben Covington with 15. Oh my God, Max Seawright had 11. Joey Wilcox had 6.5. So Jalen Phillips finally starting to drop down in the production in terms of, well, just everything really. 32 tackles, 4.5 sacks. His entire career here in LA has been phenomenal. He's been an absolute stud since getting signed here, I think, or traded here, whatever it was. If we go to his career stats, ever since he's been here, he has dominated in terms of his sack number. So if we go all the way down to his first year here, which is 2025, he had 75 tackles and 17.5 sacks. Then the next year, 55 tackles, 10.5 sacks. The year after that, 70 and 12. Then 78 and 14, 74 and 12.5, 77 and 13. So, I mean, he was in the double digits for every single season he was here until this past season. But he is 30-something years old. Is he 30 exactly? What is he? Hold on, let me find him again. What is he exactly? Is he 30? He's 32, so he is starting to probably regress a little bit. It's a good thing he has that X factor there so that he can kind of negate that regression a little bit more. Interception leaders were Bobby Knight and Glenn Cummins with 3. Barkley had 2. Holt and Davis all had 1. And then we had a few fumble recoveries. We had a few forced fumbles. We had a few... Nothing else there. No safeties. No touchdowns. No pick sixes. Nothing like that. Kicks, Cody Bruce went perfect from the extra points and missed 3 field goals, but did kick a 57-yarder. So good for him. Then we had the kick returns, nothing really crazy here. Punt returns, nothing crazy there. That is your stats for the final season. We will go through career stats in a second, but since this is the final season, we might as well jump in and see these games live, hopefully with some big-time victories. I will see you guys in the game against the Seahawks. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are simulating the game. We're down 7-0. We tie it up. We are at home. Because we won the division, so we have a home playoff game. We're down 17-7. There we go. We put another touchdown on the board. It's 14-7. Come on, boys. We need to get this offense cooking here. We are into the third quarter. It's just going back and forth now. We probably have to jump in here. Let's get some offense going. We are down by 3. Come on, boys. We got to get something happening here. We cannot go out in the wild card round of our first playoff, or our final playoff series. I tried to get a little bit of a quick throw to, who is that, Rondale Moore? Trying to get that to Rondale Moore there. We have some stud tight ends. We got some stud weapons. It's not like we are a lack for weapons. That's going to be a tough throw and a tough catch by Mac Franks. Ogletree got hit on the throw. It was wobbling. It was a wounded duck. But somehow Mac Franks is able to come back to the football and bring it in. Ogletree with the arm strength just to power that ball as far as he did. We will check this down to Devontae Duncan, and he will get us up to the 47-yard line. You know what? We've got a quarterback with 80-plus speed. We might as well go a little read option style. Ogletree down, and he gets a first down to the 38-yard line. Okay, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. But now that we are into at least field goal range, or deep field goal range with Cody Bruce, we should probably start to focus on draining this clock so that the Seahawks can't have any space or any time to run, but that is going to be a blown-up run by the Seahawks. That's not good. Maybe we don't focus on the run game. Maybe we focus solely on the pass game and just have to try to score and rely on that defense to do its job. That's going to be Devontae Duncan. He's going to try to fight his way forward, get us some yards back. It's 3rd and 5 now. You know what? Let's go with the under seams. Ogletree's got pro reads activated. What does that mean I can do? It means I can do nothing. I don't know. I don't remember what pro reads does, but it's activated. I've got a guy wide open. Actually, he's not open anymore. He was open when I threw it. I will say that. And it's 50-yard field goal. Cody Bruce, I think, can hit a 50-yard field goal. He's hit a 57-yarder before. So as long as this is accurate enough, drills it, Cody Bruce. That would have been good from, I think, 60 maybe. That had some carry to it. Cody Bruce drills it. It is a tie ball game now. Unfortunately, we couldn't take the lead. But we will go back to the Super Sim. And we will try to do this. Let's go normal speed, just so we don't miss anything. And it looks like it's 2nd and 5, a 13-yard catch, first down for the Seahawks. Come on, defense. There's a sack. That's what we want. Kawhi Truman with a big sack. Incomplete pass by Ralph Gordon. A minus 2-yard rush, so a loss of 2. Max Seawright gets injured on the play. That's not what I want to see. It's 4th and 16. We get the ball back. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, 7-yard rush by Ogletree. It's 2nd and 3. He throws the ball away. It's 3rd and 3. Come on, Ogletree. No, penalty by Ricardo Ridley. It's not good. Not good. Not good at all. 3rd and 14. It's 4th and 11. We're going to kick the ball back to the Seahawks. I can't believe this. Are we going to go to overtime against the Seahawks in the wild card round? I really hope not. We got the ball back. Interception by Jared Holt, the rookie. It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. But they scored as well. No, the Seahawks come back and score. Oh, this game is going down to the wire. 22 seconds. Can we get into field goal range for Cody Bruce to drill it? I got to throw this ball. It's going to be caught by Rondale Moore. We have 2 timeouts. Call a timeout. Get down. Call a timeout. Perfect. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. Exactly what we needed to do. So all we got to do is have one more play that gets us into field goal range. I think I'm going to trust Mr. Jerry Hawkins. Absolutely brilliant. Final timeout called. I'm going to take one more shot to the end zone. This could be bad. But if nothing is there, then I'm just going to throw it away, and we're going to take our win. Nothing is there. You know what? This is just to drain a little bit more clock at the end of the day. We just throw it away. A 38-yard field goal. Jared Holt with a big play, and they're going to ice me. They are going to ice me to win the game. It's either this, it's either a win or overtime. There is no in between. There's no win. So as long as we line it up correctly and get good accuracy on it, which we should have gotten, Cody Bruce sends us to the divisional round. Big victory for the LA Rams. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm freaking talking about. Jared Holt, the rookie linebacker, comes up huge. Gets us that interception that leads to the touchdown. Obviously, they scored again, too, but still. Ogletree had a big day. Threw the ball a lot. Golston had a rushing touchdown. Good for him. Rondale Moore, 6 for 86. Defensively, 10 tackles for Aries McCullum, the veteran. The veteran Aries McCullum had a big game. Then we had a few sacks. You love to see it. And we had that one interception from the X-Factor rookie, Jared Holt. Very impressive. And we win 27-24. I will see you guys in the divisional round. Here we are at the divisional round against the Atlanta Falcons. We are up 7-3. The Falcons are kicking some field goals. We put up 2 touchdowns. It's 14-6. Come on, boys. We got to go to the NFC title game. 21-9. I want to see a victory. We got to do it. This team is too good to not have an NFC championship appearance. We barely scraped by against the Seahawks. 28-9, we're gonna do it. 31-9, we do it. We move on to the NFC title game in our final season. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Beautiful. Beautiful. Going up against Tua. So Malcolm Ogletree had another great performance. 221 yards, 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Trevor Golston. I told you, the Kansas City playbook doesn't really get you involved too much. Receiving-wise, it gets the receivers involved, that's for sure. 7 for 77, 2 touchdowns for Rondale. Mack had 5 for 77 and a touchdown as well. Defensively, we had 7 tackles for Seawright, so it's good that he's back from his injury. It was only for that game. Jarrett Holt had 6 tackles as a rookie. Man, he is playing amazing. I'm so happy that we got him. It was definitely worth it. Sack leaders, Seawright had 3 sacks on Tua. Jawan Butler had 2, Covington had 1, and Truman had 1, and we picked off Tua twice, Grant Delpit and Aries McCollum. Absolutely unbelievable, and now we go to the NFC title game. I will see you there. We are here at the NFC Championship against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we are down 6-0 quickly in this game. We put up a touchdown, that's good, but they put up a touchdown back. Come on, boys, 14-13. We need this W, 17-13. This is for a trip to the Super Bowl. We are in Tampa Bay. They were the higher seed. It's 20-17. Okay, things are getting a little crazy here. Let's slow it down. Normal speed. There we go. That's 23-20. Absolutely beautiful. Golston got the rushing touchdown. Extra point good by Cody Bruce. All right, come on, boys. For a trip to go to the Super Bowl for the final time in the series. Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback of Tampa Bay, by the way. It's 3rd and 6. Get a stop here. Incomplete pass. It's 4th and 6. They got to punt the football back to us. They punt it back. And with 2:44 to go, I really, really hope this is going to be the W that we needed. Incomplete pass by Ogletree. 6-yard rush by Golston makes it 3rd and 4. 6-yard reception by Devontae Duncan is exactly what we needed. The 2-minute warning comes. It's 3rd and 5. A 5-yard rush by Kendrick Clements. We are doing the dang thing, and we are moving the football, wasting time. 2-yard rush by Golston. Come on, boys. Pass knocked away by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That's okay. 2nd and 11. Oh, we're kneeling it now. They have no more timeouts. We're going to win this game. We are going to win the football game. No, I don't want to watch it. No. Exiting. I guess are we going to see this kick? I didn't mean to watch it, but I guess if we're going to see it, we might as well see it. Here it is. Cody Bruce. No good? Did he make that? I couldn't tell if he made that or not. I think he missed it. It was a little wide left. But that is okay because it doesn't matter. We are 24-20 with a chance. No, stop. I don't want to watch this game. I'm sorry. We're going to have to see the final play of the game. Trevor Lawrence steps back in the pocket. He has a lot of time. He heaves one. How far can he throw it? To the end zone. Don't be intercepted, but don't be pass interference. Do not be pass interference. Do not be pass interference. Do not be pass interference. Pass interference! They've got the ball. Oh my God. They've got the ball at the 1. They've got the ball at the 1. They've got the ball at the 1. For a chance to win and go to the Super Bowl. Pass interference on the freaking thing. This cannot be happening. Get to him. Knock it incomplete. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be joking. This is a joke. I don't believe it. You're lying. That's not what happened. I don't believe it. A pass interference on the Hail Mary in the end zone gives them 1st and goal from the 1, and it's a slant pass. Trevor Lawrence scores, touchdown Tampa Bay, and they're going to the Super Bowl. I honestly cannot believe it. That might be the most BS way to lose a game I have ever experienced. Oh my God. We were going to win this game outright. Maybe it's my fault because I accidentally had watched the game, so maybe there wouldn't have been a pass interference call if I wasn't watching the game. Oh my God, I cannot believe this is how we end the series. We lose in the NFC title game. Again, we've lost here before. But this time it's worse. This time is a lot worse. We lose on the dumbest play call I've ever seen. The dumbest penalty. I honestly can't believe it. I'm stunned. I am honestly stunned at how that game ended. I don't believe it. I'm shocked. I can't even fathom my shock and I don't even know how to speak right now. I'm so confused and so flabbergasted at how we lost that game. It's Tampa versus Buffalo in the final Super Bowl of the series. We've only won one Super Bowl in this franchise. And the Patriots won, I think we won 2. Man, am I upset about that. Wow. Who's going to win? Is it going to be Tampa or Buffalo? Please be at Buffalo. Tampa doesn't deserve this one. And Tampa goes on to win the Super Bowl. You've got to be kidding me. They don't deserve it. We deserve it. That's our Super Bowl. They stole it from us. Absolutely stole that Super Bowl from us. Unbelievable. Whatever. Season recap. Trevor Lawrence is your MVP. Devin Fitzsimmons, quarterback of the Bills, is your MVP of the league. Doug Peterson, coach of the year. Rondale Moore wins offensive player of the year. So that means if we were to go another season, he's probably up to X Factor. Nick Bosa is the defensive player of the year now on the Bears. Brandon Griffin, quarterback of the Panthers, is the offensive rookie of the year. And free safety Randy Douglas for the 49ers is your defensive rookie of the year. So going through the history of the franchise, we start with this one right here. It is the Niners and the Chargers. No. We start with this one right here. It is the Cowboys and the Ravens. So this is what we have for the first season of the simulation. Then it was Niners, Chargers. Niners get the victory. Then we go to the third year. It is Ravens and Giants. Ravens get the victory. Lamar Jackson gets a Super Bowl. Then the Giants go back to back. This time they avenge their loss and they win with Trey Lance as their quarterback. And they get a Super Bowl championship there. Then the Bills go to the Super Bowl against the Vikings and they get one. So they lost one just this past season, but they do win one here. And then 2027 comes around. The Cowboys get back to the Super Bowl. Maybe I should have used the Cowboys playbook. The Titans beat the Cowboys though. Then we have 2028. The Bengals beat the Bucks. Very interesting there. And then we get to 2029, which is our first trip to the Super Bowl. And Chris Palumbo, we remember that. That's an iconic moment in this series. He wins the MVP, and we win our first Super Bowl of the series. And then last season, it was the Bucks getting back-to-back Super Bowls because they got this year and then they got this past season. So the Raiders, they beat them, though. But then they finally get it done against the Bills. So who had the most successful run? Tampa went to, what, 2 straight Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowls. Tampa was in 3 Super Bowls, and they won one of them. I don't think they won the second one, did they? No, they lost to the Bengals. So they were 1 for 3 in Super Bowls. The Cowboys had a good run. So did the Giants. The Giants had 2 Super Bowl appearances. The Cowboys won 1 Super Bowl. They won 1 Super Bowl. So they went to 2 Super Bowl games and they won 1 of them. The Giants went to 2 Super Bowls and they won 1 of them. So it looks like nobody can go back to back, is what it seems like. The Bills got a Super Bowl. The Bengals had 2, I think. The Bengals had 2, right? Did the Bengals not have 2? They were in 2 of them, weren't they? They won against the Bucks. And then no, the Bengals only had the 1. I thought they had 2. So it looks like the Cowboys, Giants, Tampa Bay, all of them were pretty successful, but only ever winning 1 of them, never winning multiple. The final thing that we got to do is take a look at the career stats of our young guys and see how they've done. So in 8 seasons, Malcolm Ogletree throws for 39,000 yards, 303 touchdowns, and 85 interceptions. That is a fantastic season and a fantastic career, and a career completion percentage of 65%. Very good. Love to see it. He ended up being our franchise quarterback, which I figured he was going to be when we drafted him. I'm happy that we took him. It was a good pick. Rushing-wise, Malcolm Ogletree finishes his career with 1,500 rushing yards and 14 touchdowns. Golston had 598 and 9 because he was a rookie, so it doesn't really matter. Receiving-wise, 11,600 yards for Rondale Moore, 97 touchdowns, but a lot of that is his actual career. Actually, most of it's probably in this 10-year simulation. Mac Franks, 7,000 yards, 50 touchdowns. Jerry Hawkins in his 7-year career had 5,600 yards and 41 touchdowns. Devontae Duncan had 2,900 and 16 touchdowns. Very impressive. The most sacks given up in a career was Ricardo Ridley, just because he's been here the most. Then Jason Ford, Emmanuel Farr, Colby James. Very impressive. Tackle leaders, Grant Delpit, as you would expect, because he's been here the longest. Jalen Phillips finishes his career, or at least finishes the series, with 666 tackles. Yikes there. But 93 sacks. That man had a fantastic career. We had 654 from Aries McCullum, one of our first draft picks. Actually, he was in the first draft class that we had here in the series. So that's pretty cool. 1 sack in his career. That's crazy. Bobby Knight had 525 tackles, 5.5 sacks. I have a sneaky suspicion that Bobby Knight, if we kept going, he would be like a crazy 1,000 tackle career if we kept going. Max Seawright finishes with 65 sacks and 496 tackles. Ben Covington had 459 and 74 sacks. Some of these sack numbers are just insane. Gregory Barkley, 329 tackles. Joey Wilcox, 42 sacks for him. Interception leaders. Grant Delpit, obviously, with 21. McCullum ends up with 14. Remember, in the beginning, when he was at his peak, he was killing the game. But then we got Gregory Barkley. Then we got Darren Davis, and they started to take over a little bit. Barkley finishes with 9. Bobby Knight finishes with 8. So at the middle linebacker position, he's getting 8 interceptions. That's crazy. Very, very cool. Forced fumbles, pretty good. Not anything crazy here by any means. We did have a few blocked kicks, which is cool. Seawright and Delpit. Had a couple safeties. Jalen Phillips and Ben Covington. We had probably a pick 6 from Larry Knowles, I would guess. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. How did Cody Bruce do? So in his career, he was a career 80% field goal make, which is good. He kicked a 58-yarder. Had 2 field goals blocked. He was 416 for 424 from extra points, which is good for 98%. And he had 6 of them blocked. Wow, that's pretty crazy. The kick return leader was Mac Franks. He had 2 kick return touchdowns as well. No punt return touchdowns. And those are your stats for the careers of all of our favorite players. Is there anybody that's up in the conversation for career numbers that you wouldn't expect? Seems like everybody's here. Jonathan Taylor is now the career rushing yards leader, with Josh Jacobs right behind him. So that's awesome. Good for them. Saquon's right up there as well. Nick Chubb. Ezekiel Elliott. Rushing touchdowns. Josh Jacobs is your new touchdown leader with 241 in a career. That's pretty amazing. Then we got receiving yards. Stephon Diggs got close to Jerry Rice, but Jerry Rice's numbers are just insane. It's hard to beat that. Mike Evans got close. Chris Godwin. Cooper Kupp was up there. DeAndre Hopkins, Amari Cooper, Justin Jefferson. Receiving touchdowns, the closest was Stephon Diggs. Then we got close with Cooper Kupp. Very, very cool. Catches, Jerry Rice, just a phenomenon. What a freak Jerry Rice was. When you look back at his numbers, sometimes you understand, like, oh, Jerry Rice was really, really good, but you forget just how much of a freak he was. And he was just a stud. In an era where passing the ball wasn't as dominant as it is now. What a freaking stud, man. Crazy amounts of catches. TJ Watt breaks the sack record with 207 in a career, with Myles Garrett not too far behind. Von Miller, Nick Bosa, Greg Rousseau with 164. Maybe we focus on Greg Rousseau in the next 10-year rebuild. Maybe we can get Greg Rousseau when he's still young and not as expensive to trade for, and then maybe he'll turn out to be something like that. Brian Burns also up there. Defensive interceptions, it's going to be hard to get up in this range. These guys are all a bunch of freaks. No current players make the top 10. Not surprising. What about season stats? Is there anything that is crazy? So Downey in 2024 had 6,000 yards. Oh my God, that's insane. 6,000 yards. That's crazy. Trevor Lawrence breaks the passing record, or the passing touchdown record, with 56 in 2029. So I think this season that we just played. I think, or maybe last year. I don't remember. Rushing yards, Jonathan Taylor. Oh, it's 2030, I think, is the year. So Jonathan Taylor breaks it. Wait, no, it's 2031. What am I doing? I'm an idiot. Is it 2031 or 2032? I don't remember, but whatever it is, Jonathan Taylor's had 2 phenomenal seasons. He went back-to-back 2,000 plus. Jonathan Taylor is a Hall of Famer, the best running back of all time. If you're going back-to-back 2,000 plus, you're a Hall of Famer. Greatest of all time. Absolutely guaranteed. No arguments about it. Cooper Kupp, he got that. We took a look at that. He got the 2025, he got the receiving yards record. We took a look at that when it happened, and it seems like nobody got close afterwards. Well, I mean, Cooper Kupp got close a couple other times, but nobody broke his record in the simulation past that. Receiving touchdowns, Cooper Kupp in that season had 21. Catches, nobody's going to get close to that. It's so hard to get catches in a simulation in Madden. Defensive sacks, Myles Garrett had 26. Nick Bosa had 26. Very cool. Then he had interceptions. You're not going to find anybody modern in that. And then we're back to passing yards. So very, very cool. That is your LA Rams 10-year rebuild. I had a blast, man. I had an absolute blast playing this series, rebuilding the Rams. If you remember from episode 1, they were god-awful. They were bad, and they had no money. We were able to fix that. We were able to get back to relevancy, and then we were able to win a Super Bowl. So the rebuild is a success because we won a rebuild, or we won a Super Bowl. We took them from where they were in season 1, and we brought them into season 8, where we won a Super Bowl. So I'm happy about that. I will take it. It's a successful rebuild, but now we go and we move on to our next team. I can't wait. It should be out next week. I hope you guys are ready for it. If you enjoyed this series and you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. It means a lot to me that you guys click on these videos and show up. I really, really appreciate you guys watching. And that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.